the spring of 2015 was such a huge turnaround for us in so many ways. Getting back to our winning ways, being very successful on the court was something that we'd grown accustomed to. So, having that nucleus of girls in EPEC, Meredith, and Jackie, three strong seniors coming to the going to be in our starting lineup this year, speaks volumes about what the team expects. They learn from Chris and I daily about what we look for, what we want to see, but they learn to follow by example from the three upperclassmen. So having that level of experience and that success from such a huge turnaround season is going to be very beneficial to us going down the stretch, because as the year goes along, it's easy to get a little bit mentally fatigued, physically fatigued. So you can rely on these three seniors to say, look, girls, this is how it's done, this is what's going to happen, this is what we need to do to make sure that we end on a strong note. Honestly, when we saw that we were 65 in the country preseason, obviously you want to be in the top 75, and that's always a plus for anyone. But if I'm being completely honest, we were a little disappointed by the 65. So we ended the year at 62. We took a hit right there at the end of the year that we knew that we should have taken, and it dropped us from probably, honestly, about 53 down to 62. So if anything, I've told the girls, like, look, it can be a motivator. We realize we're better than 65 in the country, and that's what we expect of us. But if anything, it's just really going to push us and really, prod us through to continue to make those large gains, and that's something that we've talked about collectively as a team, and that's something that we want to see happen. So, Elena and Sophia, obviously, were very highly ranked as juniors. Sophia top 75, and Elena was top 25 in the country for juniors. So their fall, they did a really nice job for us. They handled the nerves very well. They handled, the really long grinding days very well. They each, as the fall went on, got better. And it was interesting for me because this is their first off season, their first holiday break at school. So I wanted to see what they were going to be like when they came back. We've had 3 or 4 days of practice now, and I'm blown away with what both of them are doing. It's funny, I was sitting with Chris today, and I'm like, wow, if this is the direction that our freshmen are going and what, the years to come are going, I mean, we're definitely going to break some records. Obviously, being invited back to the ITA kickoff is always very exciting because it's a reminder of the body of work that you completed in the spring of 2015. So, when we had the conference call and we decided, where we were going, I chose University of Georgia because I think it's a great venue for college tennis in the first place. Old Dominion, Georgia, us and Wyoming, us being the 3 seed, I'm really, really excited about that. So, we will kick off with Old Dominion, and we will go from there. And, Old Dominion has had a couple of really good seasons. In fact, we played them a couple years ago in our last year's Conference USA. We played them. We were not having a great year, but we lost to them 3-4, so we're really excited to play them again. So, like I said, it's a great venue. It's a nice reminder to be invited back, and we're looking forward to it. Naz is an interesting player. When you watch her play, you see a skill set that a lot of girls just don't have. She's very physical. She's very strong. She moves really well. The biggest thing for Naz, and she and I talk about this quite a bit, is that just believing in your product, believing in what you're capable of doing. When she's dialed in, she's really focused on the task, not really so much the outcome, but the task at hand. She's very, very dangerous. So Naz went home over break and worked really, really hard. And like I said, these first 3 or 4 days of practice has been a complete turnaround even from the fall. She looks really good, really strong. She's very excited. In fact, we had a meeting today. She's really excited about the spring, and nobody's more excited than I. Doubles is always a very interesting part of this combination. It's always, you kind of have an idea by the end of the fall what you're going to do with these double combinations, but then sometimes somebody surprises you at the beginning of the spring. Satan Epec had an incredible fall, won a lot of matches, knocked off a lot of seeded players, and it was really fun to watch them gel and become, a nice cohesive unit. I honestly, as of right now, speaking now, I would say that Satan Epec would definitely be together. They have their skill set together is very dangerous. They're one of those teams that's really fun to watch them play. They're both very crafty, both very good hands and move forward really well. So yeah, it'd be safe to say that Satan Epec will be together because they can do a lot of damage at one for us. When we went to the beach this past week, we had a meeting and we talked about what do we want to see, what's going to happen this year. And I told the girls, the number one component for me is to make sure that we're having fun. You know, when it becomes a job, when it becomes something you're out there, you know, you're not looking forward to it, it takes a toll on you. But I would say as a team, if we're looking for a real goal, we just want to get better. You know, I told the girls, like, look, yeah, obviously it's a little bit disappointing with number 65 in the country, which a lot of people would love to have in preseason. For us, you know, we expect more. But on the flip side of that, I've told them, don't focus on the number. Focus on getting better every match. Focus on whoever's in front of you, whoever's across the net in that particular match, and we're going to be fine. You know, ultimately our goal is to go postseason. We want to do that, but we realize we have a lot of tennis to be played before that happens. So right now our goal is to have fun and just focus on the first one in front of us, and everything else will take care of itself.